You can be right only 40% of the time and still be wildly profitable if your exit strategy is mathematically sound. Most traders obsess over entries, but exits determine your profitability. A poor entry managed well can make money, while a perfect entry with a bad exit often leads to a loss. In the Brooks framework, every trade involves a choice between a scalp and a swing. This decision dictates your profit target and directly impacts your required win rate. A scalp target is usually equal to your risk. If your stop is 10 points away, your target is 10 points. You are betting on high probability momentum, exiting at the first sign of a pause. Swing targets require patience. You are trying to capture a trend, aiming for a reward at least twice your risk. This requires holding through pullbacks that would scare a scalper out. The most reliable tool for setting targets is the measured move. The market seeks symmetry. The most common form is leg 1 equals leg 2, often called an AB equals CD pattern. Measured moves also apply to trading ranges. If the market breaks out of a range, the target is the height of that range projected upward or downward from the breakout point. When trading inside a range, your target is simply the opposite side. Buy low, sell high. Do not aim for home runs inside a range. 80% of breakout attempts fail. Another crucial target is the gap measurement. When a strong trend bar breaks out, measure from the breakout point to the close of that bar, then project that distance forward. Let's look at a complex trend. Here we have a strong breakout. We measure the height of the initial spike. This projection often lands exactly where profit-taking causes a reversal. This leads us to the magnet concept. Support and resistance levels are magnets. Price is drawn to test previous highs, lows, and trend lines. These are natural profit targets. If you are in a short trade, look left. The lowest point of the previous trading range is a magnet. Price will often touch it to test for buyers before reversing. Now, let's discuss the hybrid approach, scaling out. This is how many professional traders manage psychological pressure. It combines the safety of a scalp with the potential of a swing. The strategy is simple. Exit half of your position at a 1-to-1 reward-to-risk ratio. Then, move your stop loss to break even on the remainder. Mathematically, once you scale out half, you cannot lose money on the trade. You have locked in profit, and the remaining position is a free ride to capture a larger trend. How do you manage the runner? Use a trailing stop. In a bull trend, place your stop below the most recent major high or low. Don't tighten it too early, or noise will stop you out. If the trend is extremely strong, large bars, little overlap, you can trail your stop below the low of the prior bar. This is aggressive and usually ends the trade quickly, but maximizes profit in a climax. However, markets often overshoot channel lines. If you see price pierce the top of a trend channel and then reverse, take profits immediately. This is often a climax. Context dictates the target. In a spike and channel trend, the target for the correction is the start of the channel. That is where the bulls will defend their positions. Beware of greed targets. If a measured move target is just a few ticks above a major resistance level, don't wait for the measured move. Exit at the resistance. Front-running your targets increases your win rate. If your analysis says the target is 100, place your limit order at 99. Don't let a trade fail because you demanded the last tick. Let's analyze a failure. Here, the trader aimed for a 4:1 reward in a weak trend. The market reversed at the 2:1 measured move, turning a winner into a loser. Conversely, exiting too early in a strong trend is painful. If the candles are closing near their highs with no pullbacks, do not use a fixed target. Use a trailing stop. When the market enters a trading range after a trend, that is your signal to exit swing positions. Trends transition into ranges, and ranges kill swing trades. Always ask, is the market currently in a trend or a trading range? In a trend, targets are open-ended or based on measured moves. In a range, targets are fixed at support/resistance. Remember the 80% rule. 80% of trend reversal attempts fail. If you exit a trend trade because you see a scary counter-trend bar, you are likely exiting exactly when you should be adding. Ultimately, your exit strategy must match your personality. If you hate watching profits vanish, be a scalper. If you can handle the anxiety of a pullback for a larger win, be a swing trader. To recap, identify the market cycle. Use measured moves for projections. Use prior highs and lows as magnets. And consider scaling out to reduce emotional stress. The next time you enter a trade, place your target limit order immediately based on a measured move. Then adjust only if the price action tells you the premise has changed. Plan the exit before you take the entry.